Good morning, everybody. We're going to continue the week of reviews with another installment of our tribute and benefit concerts review series playlist. This morning, we continue the series with our look at the Freddie Mercury tribute concert, which was held in London at Wembley Stadium in June of 1992. It was first released to dual VHS, but after Freddie died of AIDS in November of 1981, the remaining members of Queen, John Deacon, Roger Taylor, and Brian May, decided to pay tribute to Freddie by holding a tribute concert, and this was the result of that. And the concert was about 3 hours and 10 minutes long, and it opened with truncated sets by Metallica, Extreme, and Guns N' Roses. And all of those acts did perform with Queen at some point during the evening also, or singers from those acts. But some of my favorites from the show include Metallica's Enter Sandman, Extreme's whole entire set, because they did a medley of Queen songs, some of which were performed in their entirety during the second set of the show, and some of which weren't. And those songs that weren't performed in their entirety were well, I can't remember, but Extreme and Metallica were probably my two of my favorite performances from the first part of the show. Now, Guns N' Roses I can do without. They did their horrendous version of Knocking on Heaven's Door. I hate that version. And but as far as the main set goes, I have several favorites on this in this part of the show. But my absolute favorite is are a song that an Italian singer that I like does. I can't remember the name of the song, but you'll have to check the screen recording. And that's the same Italian singer that played at Luciano Pavarotti's several of Pavarotti and Friends shows. But some of my other favorites are George Michael and Queen's version of 39, which is one of my favorite Queen songs. But my absolute favorite is George Michael's version of Somebody to Love. I love that. I love his version. I thought he did an extraordinary job of that. I also like Seal's version of Who Wants to Live Forever, and Roger Daltrey's version of I Want It All, and actually Robert Plant's version of crazy little thing called Love, and but one of the most moving performances, or one of the most moving performances of the whole show for me was at the end of his set, um, or in the middle of his set, David Bowie spontaneously recited the Lord's Prayer, and I thought that was rather moving for him to do that. And but um, one of the other performances, actually, I forgot about their performance of 39 with George Michael, but one of the other performances that I kind of forgot about was Stone Cold Crazy by James Hetfield of Metallica. And before Queen's set, Elizabeth Taylor came on to give a speech about the eradication of AIDS, because she was a big proponent for the eradication of AIDS. And I'm sorry to say that it's not eradicated, but this show, like I said, was originally released on dual VHS, and then in late 2013, or in 2013, Queen announced that it would be releasing the show on DVD and Blu-ray. But I don't have an exact date, so we're just going to say release 2013. And it was also shown to raise money for those that fell on hard times during the pandemic. It was also shown on Queen's website to raise money to support those who fell on hard times during the COVID-19 pandemic. And this was one of the last times that John Deacon performed with Queen. The last time, however, was in 1997 in Paris at an Elton John show that he had organized. But I actually saw a clip of that performance they did. The Show Must Go On, and John Deacon looked highly uncomfortable, and as a matter of fact, he looked very unwell. And by the way, one of the worst performances from the tribute concert was Axl Rose's version of Bohemian Rhapsody. I thought Elton did a tremendous job with the first part, and then Axl ruined it. I think Elton should have just done the whole song, and they should have not traded off. But anyway, but that's really the only, that and Guns N' Roses sets were the only point of contention that I have about the show. All the rest of it was fantastic, and so I hope you enjoy it. I give this 5 stars. Shot and produced by Adam Bauer. Audio and video provided by Pixabay, WeVideo, and the YouTube Music Library. Photos provided by Pixabay and Google Images. Screen recording taken from Wikipedia. Hi, everybody. I got the date of the concert wrong. It was actually held in April and not June of 1992.